Pull up, pull up,
Pull up on the dock.
pull up on the dock.
Pull up, pull up,
Pull up on the dock.
Welcome to the island.
Our guests have arrived.
Okay.
So before we let our guests in, they've just arrived.
They just arrived on the island. So wait.
We are so cuffed up.
up.
Oh my gosh. We are so cuffed up
So
again.
cuffed up again on the island.
On the
Yeah.
island. Don't worry, baby. I'll go ahead and I'll take care of it.
And now the other couple has just arrived and we are about to get acquainted.
Get acquainted. A little bit about So Cuffed Up in Caribbean Island. This is an opportunity for us to celebrate love, okay? It is the month of February and Valentine's or Galentine's or Friendentine's is almost here. So we want to celebrate love with you. And we've invited some dear, dear friends of ours, some couples that are some of our favorite couples, and there's so many more to be on Caribbean Island with us to chat about love, to chat about relationship,
activism,
to talk about advocacy, to talk about everything. And so this is what So Cuffed Up is about, okay?
Yes.
It's cuffing season?
where your favorite couple talks to their favorite couple.
Yeah!
Okay, yes.
Your favorite talks to your favorite. The theme of tonight is going to be queer voices.
Yes.
Okay? And so we are going to talk about what that means to elevate and to use your voice for the purpose of uplifting an entire community, uplifting yourself, uplifting your loved ones, your friends, and especially celebrating those who have done it, have paved the way for Erry and I to be sitting in this space, for the couple who's about to arrive to be doing the amazing work that they do. And so this is what the theme of tonight is: queer voices.
Yes.
And there are so many more people doing that kind of advocacy work, game changers. And so we're about to get into all that. So without further ado, let us introduce who is coming here tonight.
Okay, I'm very excited for this one. We will be joined by the amazing,
Yeah.
the incredible,
They are incredible.
the
They
beautiful,
are. Yes, they are.
the phenomenal,
The phenomenal.
yeah, on airplane mode.
On airplane
Kirstie
mode.
and Christine.
Kirstie and Christine.
Just a little blurb about them before we bring them in. Kirstie and Christine are the LGBTQ plus couple behind On Airplane Mode, where they inspire their 800,000 plus followers to explore the world through their lens of adventure, inclusivity, and representation.
Come on.
As world travelers, you hear that? World travelers, media personalities, and passionate advocates for the LGBTQ plus visibility, they use their platform to showcase incredible destinations while championing diversity in travel and beyond.
Yeah.
Their content blends storytelling, cinematic visuals, and real conversations to empower others to embrace their identities and chase their dreams, wherever in the world that may take them.
That's right.
So, On Airplane Mode is coming in right now.
Before we get started with them, we've got to thank our sponsor. This episode is so sponsored by Complete Wellness. Their team is all about supporting your journey to lifelong health with care, inspiration, and empowerment.
We are proud to have them in our corner.
Complete Wellness. Completely you.
Welcome to the island.
We're on the island, baby.
How are y'all doing?
I said we've been binge watching Love Island lately, so like this feels very on brand to what we've been just rotting away to. So this is great.
Also, we need some Caribbean weather, life, culture, all the things right now because we're in LA and it's raining, which actually we're kind of grateful for.
Yeah.
But I could do some sunny weather.
We are sending the sun your way.
Yes.
Although it's dark over here and cold.
Sunny always on Caribbean
We have to
Island.
just do a trip together. That's what it means. Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
We are ready to be on airplane mode.
Let's do it. I'm Kirstie and Christine. I know we have some.
Actually, y'all nailed the names.
I
Usually,
know.
it's very difficult for people to pronounce their names. So
Yeah, we pretty much answer to anything.
No, I
Let
said
me guess. Do they say Kirstie and Christine?
Always.
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 Or just, we're both Christine.
Yeah.
You know, my sister's name is Kirstie, so it was really, I had to like really enunciate and be sure I don't get into trouble tonight. Okay, so I was like, Kirstie, Christine. Okay? It has been incredible to have y'all here with us tonight. Now, y'all were really on airplane mode trying to get y'all to be on the show, so I love that y'all are living up to your brand, to your package, to your whole thing. But again, thank you for making the night. And so why don't we get into a couple of light questions to start, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know that some of our fans know about Kirstie and Christine, but why don't we go ahead and reintroduce ourselves?
Yeah. So you
right?
know what, I didn't do you guys justice, so we need to hear from your lips.
Ooh, okay. We can do that. Do you want to go first?
No, you go
And then we'll get into a little bit about your love story and your journey together. But go ahead, y'all. Y'all have the mic.
We can go with how we started on airplane mode. So it was back in 2019. Kirstie and I, Kirstie convinced me to quit my job, my corporate job.
No.
Yeah.
What?
I was like, they're a dime a dozen. You're fine.
Yeah, she's like, it's okay.
Like, you'll be okay. I'll take care of you, baby. Come with
travel
me.
the world.
Right.
And this was like before social media, before all the things. So I was like, well, you know, in New York, you maybe get a week off. You can't even take them consecutively. So I was like, you know what? Hell yeah, let's do it. And then we did. So we traveled and backpacked Southeast Asia for almost a year. It started as 2 months, and then somehow it just
2 months, 3 months, 4 months.
It just kept extending and extending and extending.
That was the compromise. Was she was like, okay, we'll go for 3 weeks, and I was like, yeah, okay, sure. And then it turned into exactly a 10-month trip, which was amazing. But before that, we had met in New York City. So when I had moved to New York City, I had just moved back from Australia, and I was doing my working visa there. So I was already kind of
traveler.
Yeah, just kind of bounce around. And so when we met, I was like, why don't you just come and travel too? And basically, that's how we ended up getting to Southeast Asia, was the compromise. But yeah, it was a 10-month long trip. We realized very early on there were no resources, especially for queer women. So we were like, let's just be that platform. We'll create a safe space for people to come and learn. So,
and this was like, we found a random ass like $15 tripod in the middle of nowhere in Myanmar. Yeah. And we're like, should we use this to take photos? Because every time we would also ask people for photos, they would like crop our ear off, or like, you know, like get all the trash.
I know the
or
feeling. Like you're
no,
just
yeah, like you know,
you experience this. You can't ask them again.
Yeah,
you have to wait, and then you gotta wait for the next
person. And you pretend to like you, like, oh my god, this is so great. Thank you.
We're like, wow, this is lovely.
Right? You always hit them with, are you a photographer? Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta pretend. You gotta spread the positivity that y'all are already spreading all the time, right? So even if they give you jacked up photos, you gotta be like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you.
You know what? We
Exactly.
Perspective, you know?
You know, it is the struggle of being content creators. And a couple content creators of that too, because you're two people. So every time you're asking somebody to take a picture, you have to also get into like, are they queer friendly? You know, are they gonna be okay with exposing in front of the camera? You know?
And we must say, I'm really happy that you got Christine to quit her job, Kirstie, because you guys, I don't know what it is, but I don't get New York. You guys
everywhere.
Sorry, you
international.
ladies give me tropical. You give me island. That's where you belong. You should always be on someone's beach.
That's amazing. I appreciate that, considering we're both wearing all black right now. We missed the memo of the tropical, but it's all over the brand.
Your cozy moment right now.
Yes, which is the energy's bringing. The energy's bringing island.
No, but it's true. We're island girlies at heart. Yeah, for sure,
absolutely.
Okay, so is that you said that's how you met in New York before? So we jumped a couple of years back into you saying, Christine, quit your job. No, so how did you two hit it off? Like, obviously there was connection and love there between the two of you. Y'all have been traveling. It went from 3 weeks they said, and then into a month or 3 months.
Then they were backpacking for a year.
Backpacking. But who approached who first?
Yeah, before the backpacking.
Yeah.
Because I know it had to take some convincing to get the backpack. So How did that happen?
So I was a corporate girly in New York, and I downloaded Tinder because I don't exactly like scream gay, to be honest. So I was like, fuck, how am I gonna find anyone? And at that time, Tinder was like the only option available.
True.
Really. There was like, I think Bumble, but it wasn't even open to girls yet. So I was like, I'm in it for the long haul on a search. But Kirstie moved to New York after Australia.
Right.
She was actually supposed to move to New Zealand, so she was only there for like 4 months or something. Or supposed to be.
Right. But I didn't know anyone really in New York, so I was like, I'm gonna get on Tinder and check it out. So we met there that way, and yeah, we hit it off. We had the
I
first
swiped
date.
right, she swiped right.
Yep.
We were playing cat and mouse for a little bit.
Because y'all were right for each other, baby. Okay? You slap right because we are right for each other.
So I hope
Yeah,
Tinder
and
is
needless to
standard.
say, I
Tinder,
never made it to New Zealand either. So
Oh, wow.
we never made it.
Wait, so
Yeah, New
where
Zealand
are
hasn't
you from, Kirstie? So you've been traveling for a little bit. So I hear New Zealand, I hear Australia, but where are you from?
So originally I'm from Tennessee, which is definitely not even.
I
near
know.
that.
Everybody's like,
Is it close to Pigeon Forge?
Yeah,
Pigeon Forge,
exactly.
Tennessee?
Not far from Pigeon Forge, actually. I've been working really hard to get rid of my accent. You know,
No.
neutral accent.
Oh, keep it. Right now, Tennessee's end, baby. Country is
That
here.
is true. It's making a comeback. I'm about to bring my accent back. I gotta
Bring it back.
bring the
Bring it
accent
back, please. Bring it back. What about you, Christine? Where are you from?
I'm from Jersey originally.
Okay,
Yes.
we live in Jersey right now, so
Are you?
yes.
What
Yeah.
part in Jersey?
We live in Bayonne.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know where that is actually. Where's that? I'm like,
But I used to live in Wildwood.
yeah. Where?
Wildwood.
Oh, okay. Wildwood. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
So
yeah.
South Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Wildwood,
okay.
New Jersey.
Deep.
Yes. I'm
Love it
from
here.
Clifton.
You're from where?
So Clifton, like North
Oh,
Jersey,
okay. Not that far.
near Montclair, New York City.
Oh.
By
We know Montclair.
No, you know what? We really like it here. Like, we like being able to go into the city, but then get away from all the crazy. I know Christine is from New York. You know, you lived that New
Oh my
Jersey.
gosh. Do not even tell me. I am like the New Jersey ambassador.
Don't get her started.
I love New Jersey. Low-key.
She'll drop facts.
I'm
She's
like, should we gatekeep it?
Please.
Because
I
love it. Like, I really do like New Jersey. You get the best of both worlds. You get access
Please
to the
gatekeep.
city.
She's like the bagels, the cream
the
cheese.
Oh,
the Taylor ham, egg and cheese. You know, I'm here for it.
We live in Los Angeles now, but we're back in New York, like once a month at least, if not twice a month. But New York, New Jersey area, you know, you kind of loop it all in one a little bit,
Yeah,
but
we definitely
we're always
when you come
Yeah,
back. Like, it's been too long.
Yes,
Are
I'm
y'all-
sensing a double date in our near future,
Yeah.
for sure.
Are y'all a double date in real life? Okay, we're gonna make it happen.
Yes. This year, we're doing something completely new where we're going a little individual with our projects.
Mm.
Okay.
So I know
It's gonna be-
we're expanding
We're
right
expanding. Yeah, we're evolving, and especially as I'm sure we'll get into it with, you know, all the political climate that's happening. We're looking at bringing on different ideas and projects and expanding the podcast. So there's going to be a lot of fun things to come.
Love that.
Yeah, I know you were originally planning on doing Fashion Week, and then, but I was starting my project here in LA, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to miss that one. But you have a huge
It's
background.
still
in
up in
fashion
the
too.
air, but yeah, I love fashion. I love Fashion Week. Yeah, it's amazing.
That is, and we are so excited for all the amazing things that's come. One question I wanted to ask: how are you doing with the fire and everything going on in LA? Like, how are you both doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah,
I mean,
we're good. We're
as good as we can
Yeah,
be. I
yeah.
feel like for all of the community, it's like January felt like 317 days long. So
Yeah.
we at least we made it.
Yes, we made it
Finally
past
made it.
January,
Yeah.
and we've made it to the month of love, and you've made it even further to the Caribbean island. Okay, so
Exactly.
That's all we needed. We just need a little time hop. But yeah, it was a crazy start to the year. The fires were insane. We're really grateful that I think it's 100% contained now. But when the fires happened, it was only 2 blocks away from our apartment, so we could see the fire from our apartment. We had to evacuate last minute, it was all within like a 10-minute
Which
period, which
also-
is crazy. Yeah.
I mean, thankfully, like not many people have had to evacuate, or people haven't done that before. But
Right.
I had zero idea. I know everybody was like, prepare, prepare, prepare. I was like, bring all the designer shoes, the purses. I don't know what I need in this life.
I was over here packing the passports, the credit cards, getting all of our copies.
Oh my god.
I was like, Christine,
I was like, this outfit that I'll never wear in my entire life, I've maybe worn once. I was like, I gotta take it. It's gotta go.
Okay.
Obviously.
We need an evac plan, ladies. We need
Right.
an
That's
evac
what I'm
plan.
saying. Listen, I had the
One of the
bag
things that we
ready.
need
I
to
was
bring.
ready to go. I was ready, and then I was crazy in my own way, and I unplugged the entire giant desktop computer, and we were like running down the street with a full desktop. I was like, this
It
is
was a
all
little
over.
mad. It was very LA of us, honestly.
Yeah,
You know what?
it was crazy.
You would have thought, I would have thought Kirstie would have been, well, you, Christine, would have been the one that's more, because when we see their get ready
yes.
content, you know, you're always the one on the phone waiting, and Kirstie is the one sort of still figuring out her outfit.
That
So
is
very
it's
true.
kind of like in real life, the
That's
planning
very-
and the evac and all that, it's kind of switched.
I know.
That's a good point, actually. We have our fair trade of responsibility, but it's not usually me. Just whenever
Yes.
there's fire. When there's
I
a
got-
fire, I'm like, grab the passports and the computer and all the hardware. Like, that's all we need all the hard drives. I was like, I would rather lose, I mean, like most things other than like my computer, the photography, all the digital copies of everything. I would be so devastated. So everything was fine. It all worked out. We came back after a few days and we were able to come in. It was just smoke damage, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, and it rained last
Yeah.
weekend and this weekend, so
Yeah. And now we have 3 kittens right now that we're fostering. So
Oh, he did.
there's a lot of yes. Yeah,
Okay,
they're really
good.
shy.
I want to see the kitties. No, congrats. Okay, so y'all are kitties. So we are a dog. We are dog parents. So y'all are kitty parents.
We have a dog tur, as I like to
A
say.
dog turd.
ooh, I love it.
A dog turd. That's so cute.
Yes,
Wait,
and
that's
she
adorable.
can be a handful.
Oh, I'm ready to give her away.
Don't say that. He loves her. He loves
No,
her.
I think your dog.
You're like, you love her, you promise.
You're like.
Do I? Yeah.
I think the dog turd needs another one and it needs
Yeah.
a sibling.
Get your
You know,
dog a dog.
We thought about it. I think it's really hard.
Or,
to
you know,
be the
maybe
only-
give her to a family that already has one.
Oh my gosh. That's why Kirstie and Christine have 3, so that they don't have to run into issues of having a spoiled kitty okay, at home.
That's the trick, you know, because there were so many animals that needed that got displaced during the fires. So we used to foster a lot of animals when we lived in Denver a couple of years ago.
Typically only dogs, though.
Yeah, we're huge. We love all animals.
We
but
love dogs.
We're dog people.
Yeah.
But cats are growing on us. But you know, the lady asked me, she was like, "Do you want one? How many kittens do you want?" And I was like,
I approved
3?
of one, obviously.
Okay.
And then Kirstie's like, well, we have 3.
You can't separate them. You
That's
know?
true. That's
What?
true.
They've
Right,
got
you're
to
gonna
stay
separate them? There's no
together.
chance.
So I've
Exactly.
already given you the names for the 3 of them, okay? So
You did.
from the 3 kitties from the Aristocats,
Yes.
I think is what I love that film. So when I saw the 3 kitties, I was like, oh, those have to be the names. Toulouse, and I forgot the other
What
one.
was the other
But see,
You said it because this is one of her favorites.
It's also my favorite too.
Okay,
I love
good.
the Aristocats. It's so
Good,
cute.
good.
Toulouse, Marie.
Salut, Marie.
Oui. Oh, Christine, that's what I said. See, you speak first, too, Christine. It sounds
That's
like.
so funny.
I love that. We love the dynamic between the both of you. Y'all are such a beautiful couple.
Yeah,
And
Thank
so
you.
inspirational.
Likewise.
No, thank you. I mean, we're trying, y'all. We're trying to get on y'all's level. Let's do the heart. The
We're
heart.
trying to get Eric like
The
this
heart.
guy SoKarl was like, you gotta do the Gen Z heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Well, switching gears a little bit, okay? So y'all have told me that y'all have been preparing for tonight's couple challenge, okay? And we are going to go easy on y'all.
Well,
No,
To
yesterday.
preface, we are terrible at trivia. Okay, we do not do trivia nights at the bar.
We would have broken up like yesterday if we were doing a trivia. We would not.
Anytime there's a pop quiz, I'm like,
Oh, no, don't run.
I promise. This one was perfectly curated just for you, and
Just for the both of you.
Perfect.
You will not
Perfect. Because
Okay.
we wrote notes. We were like, I'm studying.
Oh, that's Kirstie that wrote notes. I'm just gonna wing it.
That is okay. That's
Okay.
okay. That's perfect. You're going to have both 10 seconds each to think about and come up with the answer. It's going to be a series of questions. We're going to ask you about 10.
Okay.
But just so we can let our viewers know what we're doing, so we are playing a couples challenge.
Good luck, and don't it up.
For tonight, we have prepared a series of questions about advocacy, about queer love. There's game changers, right, who have played a huge role in history, but also some fun questions there in between. We're gonna keep it fun and light for the ladies here tonight. Okay, so y'all are ready? Y'all are ready? You got your 10 seconds?
I think so.
I'm gonna keep time,
over here.
and Erry's gonna ask the questions, and I'll keep time. Okay?
yes.
All right.
Okay. So,
Alrighty.
We have to answer within the 10 seconds or after?
no, you have
so
10 seconds to think about it. But if you already know the answer, you can move forward to the next question. Okay?
All right. ChatGPT.
On the way.
Gemini, where are you?
All right.
Can I phone a friend?
We're gonna start off very easy. Very easy.
Okay.
The first question.
Okay, wait. I have to mention that after you answer the question, after you ask a question, I will then start the timer. So don't think the timer starts when Erry's asking.
Okay. Good. Okay.
And go.
Oh, we didn't tell the name of the game.
Oh, the name of the game, yes.
Yeah, what's the name of the game?
The name of the game is Queer Pop Quiz.
Queer trivia.
Queer trivia. Yes, queer trivia. Go ahead, baby.
All right. So the first question is, what famous queer icon said these words? If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else?
I need a multiple choice.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I won't give you a multiple choice, but I'll give you a clue. This is the most fabulous drag queen.
Okay, RuPaul.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what it is? It's like I knew that, but
You second guessed
in my head,
yourself.
I'm trying to think of Harvey Milk and like Marsha P. Johnson. Like I'm really thinking political here, and like
That's okay. See, they're definitely
I'm trying to go
right
real
over
history.
tonight's
Like
theme.
not that it's not real history, but I'm going back.
That's
You're
what I'm
going
saying.
with
I'm like, I'm just like, who said this in the 1940s?
No, don't worry. See, I love that y'all learned up on your history for tonight. Though.
We did.
Y'all
I
did
was
y'all's
ready.
homework. So we're gonna give y'all the point.
Yes.
We're gonna give y'all
Okay.
a point.
Have to.
We're gonna give it one.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
question number 2. This one is a multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Which
Perfect.
famous straight ally said this quote? I am not gay, but if I were, I would be the first one running out the closet. Dolly Parton, Oprah Winfrey, or Jane Fonda?
I mean, Dolly Parton is like a huge advocate. Well, they all are, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
You-
Right?
Dolly.
The first one
Still
out of the
have 5
closet. Right?
seconds.
The first one out of the closet. Can we get a repeat?
Yep. Get a so you want a repeat of the multiple choice?
I think it's Dolly.
Okay, we're gonna say Dolly.
Okay, ding, ding, ding. Yes, it's Dolly.
Oh.
Yes, it's Dolly. 2 for 2. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
For 2.
Oh my goodness. Look at us right now. We're gonna go to trivia night at the bar.
For a couple who is not good at trivia at all, 2 points.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Go! I love that people are answering in here. Keep this.
I know. Keep the little sneaky.
I know.
Coming up in the chat. Let's go.
Give them the answers. Give them the answers, people.
This.
To be fair, I didn't see any before.
Yeah, to be fair, I just saw it now.
That's
Oh, look
okay.
at Amazon.
We know you're not cheating. We know.
We know. Yeah, exactly.
This one is going to be a little bit trickier. A little bit trickier.
A little bit trickier.
I don't even think Carl knows this one, to be fair. So this one is finish the famous quote by Dr. Seuss.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
I didn't come up with that one, ladies. I'm so sorry.
I know it's a rhyme. It's gotta have a rhyme.
You gotta have a
Yes.
rhyme. Okay.
Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and
Blank.
blank.
So repeat again.
Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter. And
Blank.
Don't matter and is what rhymes with feel?
Look at it that like not rhyme, but flip it around. Those who mind don't.
Real, feel, surreal.
Yeah, for real. For real.
So, alright, so use the same words. Those who mind don't matter. So flip those words around. Rearrange them.
Pass it 10 seconds.
What
Pass it 10
matters is those who mind.
Oh, wait.
You're close.
You were close,
You're
but
close.
y'all are passing 10 seconds.
Oh, what
so you can't give them that.
matters is those who feel.
Feel.
Those,
Kirstie's just trying to match everything that Brian
As soon as you said that's all
She's
like
just throwing anything.
feel.
You're the one that
said
takes
feel.
Alright,
the quizzes and it's like, it's always C or D.
Always. If it's all of the
Answer is
above, it's D.
those-
Always.
those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
Oh, that was gonna be my next guess.
Oh, so
That was
I
gonna
got you, Kirstie. I got you. I see you. Okay, maybe we go with an easier one this time.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Okay.
one is a two-part question. You have a chance to get 2 points.
2 points. 2 points, okay?
Okay?
Y'all gotta get this one.
Okay. So, how many stripes are there in the current lesbian flag? And that's for 1 point. And
Kirstie, why are you? You did not be.
I
Kirstie.
swear.
don't worry, it's a multiple choice.
It's a multiple choice. It's a multiple choice.
Okay.
And bonus points for the colors.
Okay, the colors I
Okay,
got.
colors I got.
Colors I got.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
All right.
I'm like,
so
I'm thinking
Let's
it's
go by
like,
the colors first.
no,
I
let's
think-
go by
okay,
the
it's
stripes.
like-
Okay.
it's white, pink, purple, orange, white. It's like a purple, pink.
Do I just say all the colors? Do we just say all the colors? It's
Yes.
not in order, right?
Okay, say all the colors. They don't have to be in order.
No, you just have to make sure you get
Okay.
it.
There's definitely orange. right?
There's like the dark orange, the light orange, the white, the pink, and then like the dark magenta color.
Okay.
Those are
Yeah,
like
there. Look at y'all.
Look at y'all.
Look at all that. Okay, so the colors are
So,
macaroni orange.
macaroni orange.
Macaroni orange. It's giving plum purple and
yes, it's given cloud white.
Cloud by heaven.
All right, so you know what? Because, all right, so there was a change in 2018. I wouldn't have known unless because I looked it up.
We also have to do some
So
research.
they added 2 colors, which is pretty similar. It's like 2 other pink, and they're similar. So it's now 7 colors.
oh. Why did
But
I thought
before it was 5, and you
It's
have 5.
Oh, okay.
No, no,
That was, I would have
giving
thought
that-
it's white, pink, dark pink, orange, and light orange, right?
There's
I think.
another
But yeah,
light
okay. I
pink.
didn't know
There's
that
like
there was a
2
new one.
other light pinks.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the colors now. There's dark orange, light orange, white, pink, dusty
Dusty
pink,
pink.
and dark rose.
Dark
See, I was
red.
going to the dusty pink.
Why they gotta make the pink dusty?
You know what? I'm changing it right now. I'm adding macaroni orange to it. I don't know what anyone says.
Yeah.
But we are
all
going to give you both
lesbians.
2 points. We're going to give you 2 points.
We're gonna give it to
Yes.
A for effort.
Yes.
Yes.
3 more questions.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We got this.
Okay.
I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating.
Okay, this one is fun.
Okay.
It's a history. Where does the word lesbian come from?
Ooh.
It's multiple choice. The word sapphic, the poet Sappho and the island of Lesbos, or second wave feminism.
Oh. To be fair, the second one sounds like a fan fiction book or something.
That was fan fiction book. You're like, I have not read that one before.
I'm like, that one's not on my book reading list.
I wouldn't say sapphic.
Well,
because
because Sapphic
new.
is pretty, well, I don't know if it's necessarily new, but it is kind of like the same-ish. It's women loving women, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with B.
You're gonna go with B?
I think so. I heard something about an island, and that sounds legit.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. We're already on Caribbean Island, and that's fictitious.
I heard Caribbean
already.
Island, and I'm like,
We're
that's
going
where
with
I'm
B because we're manifesting lesbian island.
Yes.
You're right. The poet circle and the island of Lesbos. That's where it's from.
The island of Lesbos has me dead
I
right
was
now.
just like, it sounds made up, no, but
I was like, it's too good to be true. It's got to be B.
yeah, this gay comedian character in the 90s sitcom came out on television after coming out in real life.
Oh, this.
Wanda Sykes, Ellen DeGeneres, and Queen Latifah.
Ellen.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
There's
go.
There's 6. So this is the point.
Oh,
question.
tiebreaker. Okay.
This is a tiebreaker, and listen.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a tiebreaker, so
This is the tiebreaker question.
this is my favorite question tonight.
Okay. Here we go.
In what year did On Airplane Mode go to Sydney Pride?
Oh.
2020.
2023. Right? It wasn't last year. It was just.
Okay, 2023.
You have to give the multiple choice.
Wow.
I'm gonna break down the multiple choice.
We almost did.
Y'all almost needed a little bit of help with that one because you travel so much. But we were for sure we were like, you know what? They are not gonna remember because they go to so many countries. They're not gonna remember this one. So
Actually, that was one of our favorite trips because we met another couple there on that trip, and we actually became really, really close. So I think that's part of the reason why that trip was specifically so.
Also,
fun.
we just love Sydney.
I mean, and Sydney, yeah, but that's why. Immediately, I was like, we met Justin Lewis. Yeah. So that was fun.
That was amazing. So you both are the current leaders. 7 points.
Allison and Ricky, we are sorry, but Kirstie and Christine done kicked y'all to the curb.
I
Okay, they are
just
next.
hustled everybody. I texted you and I was like, I don't know about this trivia because I'm scared.
And you ended up winning
that
anyway. Wow.
Right.
No.
For everyone that's watching, I literally was like, y'all, I'm really nervous about this.
You got this. You had this in the bag.
When I told
that,
I was looking up like 1950s LGBTQ activists, I was like,
No. We are not going to hold anything that y'all have said out here tonight against y'all. Y'all are true. What is it?
True queer and true queer icons.
True queer
Knowledgeable
icons.
about queer.
Yes.
no, we appreciate y'all. Truly. I'm excited for when we actually get to hang out in person.
Oh,
Soon. It's going to be fun.
Very, very.
I love it. Okay, wait, before, I need to know a little bit about your love story, because you just heard a little bit about ours.
Oh!
Fill me in.
Very chaotic.
Okay.
I feel kind of bit on the spot.
Oh.
On the spot. Okay. You go.
You go first.
All right.
I need the year.
A little bit about.
It's a question. I need a year. I need a date. I need a time. I need who said yes.
Cool.
Okay.
The year was 2018.
The year was 2018.
The time was late.
Was late at night.
And the
Kind of like right now.
And the place was Grindr.
So your app was Tinder, our app was Grindr, right? Because and for our community, that's sort of where we.
Yeah, that was a to-go spot,
That was
for
a spot.
everything gay. If you wanted to meet people.
And I saw this fine, chocolatey, sexy man on the app. And he was reading a book, right, Kirstie? So you have your book list. Erry was looking very mighty studious on the app of Grindr.
In underwear, yeah.
And he's underwear. Right? So
I love it. You're like,
I
I've got
said,
all
he
the.
needs to come study over here right now. Okay? That's what I said. And then I ended up chickening out because he said he was actually hanging out with some friends at the time. I was like, oh, yeah. No. Hanging with friends is so important. You have to hang out with your friends. Because I was kind of just like, oh, I'm feeling it. I'm going to do it. No. So it actually ended up good that we didn't meet on the first night. Because what turned into, hey, how are you? How you doing? That first night turned into a couple of dates after that.
Yes. It started with
I
I went to go meet Carl, he invited me to get tea on a
Tea.
summer
Okay.
day. It was like 90 degrees.
And I don't care.
And I showed up in a blue long sleeve shirt that said Friday. It was a Friday.
Oh, I hated that shirt.
I haven't seen that shirt since.
Did you bring the book with you
I
though?
cut it up and threw it away and like set it on fire somewhere. It's no longer here.
Well, we went to a park and we drank tea in a park and
Yeah. I did some push-ups, on the way to the
Oh,
date.
You got to. Yeah.
Yeah, I put some shea butter on. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
You're about to meet somebody. You want to look nice. You want to
Yeah, you
smell
got that.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's we had our first date at a park, and then it turned into like movie dates.
Yes.
Around then in 2018, 2019. Movie Pass was going on, so they were giving out, those apps where you watch 3 movies or whatever, and so we became movie buddies, and then eventually I said the B word. The B word. Accidentally.
Ooh.
came to my job. He was like,
I came to his job, and I was like, I've always wanted to visit my boyfriend's job. And both of us looked at each other like,
did
did you just say the B word? And I was like, I guess it's time to make it official. So about 3 months. Yeah, 3 months.
3 months.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cute.
and then he brought me home to Florida to meet the family like 3 months after that.
Right away,
Love it.
straight away.
Yeah.
I brought him over, I flaunted him in front of my family. I said, this is my man's now.
Oh,
Happy
so
man.
And it's
cute.
been almost 7 years.
Oh,
It's been almost
I
7
love
years.
it.
So, yeah, that's a little bit about our story, y'all. I mean, it wasn't.
Well, congrats.
Thank
7 years
you.
is a long time, and
Thank you.
especially in our community, that's like dog years right now. That's
Right.
like 49 years.
You're
That's what we always
like,
say.
how long?
Yeah. 7 years in lesbian years is 49 years. That's what they say. Yeah.
Wait, Kirstie. All right, Kirstie, so you must not be good at trivia and math, okay? Because how is it 49 years? Viewers who are watching tonight, please help me make that make sense.
Yeah, so
Right,
7 points.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's amazing. I love that, and I like that. You planned it with the book and the box. You were like, I know exactly what's gonna
Yes.
work.
You
You know?
I was like,
Yeah.
And now
I
you
need
find
me
yourself a boo.
studious man. I need to be an educated man.
Right.
So I have to put the book there.
I love
And
it.
he was going to college at the time, so I'm like, perfect. Let me snatch him up.
You snatched. Yeah.
That's
real-
amazing.
Okay, so yeah, we've been inseparable ever since. Erry's Jamaican, as y'all already know. I'm Haitian. Together we're a Jamaican sensation.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if in the same way for y'all, like culture really is the thing that brought us together, and so
Yeah.
it wasn't as if he knew what he was looking for,
Mhm.
in a person. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I knew that when I found him, I felt like home. Erry, his love language is food, is cooking, is taking care of you. So when this man started feeding my little skinny butt in college, I said,
You're like, is this love? Love?
You were just talking about the orange, macaroni orange. He was feeding me some macaroni orange, okay? So,
You're like, my favorite color, macaroni orange.
favorite color. He was feeding me some macaroni orange, and so that's how it happened and how we get together. Ladies, I love that question. Thank y'all for wanting to get to know. This is obviously about y'all and y'all being here.
No,
But thank you.
no.
Yeah.
No, there's more than us. It's both of us on the island right now. We gotta
Yes.
share
This is
love.
our little gay Caribbean island right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And a few minutes that we have left, let's dive into a bit more,
Let's do a deeper dive.
a deeper dive.
Okay.
So we can really, the audience can really know about the amazing stuff that you beautiful ladies have going on.
Okay.
Yes.
That you are doing to change the world, to make it a better place, especially in today's political climate and just in today's climate in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so
And before we do that, we've selected y'all for this theme because just from watching, we're so inspired. I think that y'all are so vocal
Yes.
about LGBTQ plus issues, and y'all y'all are not just saying it, y'all are about it, right?
Mhm.
So y'all are at the events, y'all are having conversations with these decision makers, right?
Kicking down
Y'all are
doors.
in the room, having those conversations. And so for us, because of your experience with being so close to advocacy work and all of what you do, I'm sure, and we all do it in our own way, right? But y'all are really, when I think
You're about that life.
y'all about that life, okay? Y'all are
I appreciate
about
that.
That really means a lot. I think because that is really what we want to do. I think when we started this platform, we wanted to make sure that we were representation in places that were lacking. And something that we know very well is, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
Right.
And that's something that we take with us everywhere. And so this last year, we had the opportunity to be at the DNC and attend the DNC. And I think that that's really where we were like, okay, we need to really make steps. We really need to make change. And even despite everything that's happened, it is so important for our community to be loud, to be there, to be present, to continue to advocate for rights. Even your visibility, it's so important because people need to see it, especially now now when people are scared and when brands are scared and there's so much chaos going on. I think that people need some joy. They need to see other people, other queer couples.
Yeah. I think, for us, I feel like this is something that we're all talking about is, just being out and visible is a form of activism. I think, our lives and all of our lives shouldn't be politicized, but unfortunately it is. And
our identities are.
Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like, just being authentically ourselves, everybody, even speaking for y'all, I think what y'all are doing is just sharing your story and someone out there is seeing your story and seeing that, seeing themselves in that and seeing the love that is out there for them as well. So I feel like that's one of the most beautiful things about social media for us is there's always a bad reputation with social media, but there's actually so many things that can come out of it. And a lot of that is community. I feel like for us, especially going into the next couple of years, community is going to be huge. And I think, part of why we are so excited to be a part of this island tonight is to build more of our community and get to meet people on a genuine level. And I think, the more conversations we can have with each other and really get to know each other and have each other's backs, that's what's going to really keep us strong through all of this.
And I also love that y'all mentioned culture and you talk about culture so much, especially within the Caribbean culture. I feel like LGBTQ could be a little taboo and a little touchy, especially in places like Jamaica, for example. And I feel like this is exactly why it's so nice to have you here, to be so present, to be so visible, because a lot of people need that. A lot of people are scared to even visit the island, let alone be Jamaican and queer.
Well, we always say too that, because a lot of people ask us, why don't you boycott places based on their laws? And I said, we always say, if you were to do that, you would limit yourself by half of the world because most places are still behind on fully being equal and progressive. So, I mean, even in the United States, you see rollbacks, right? And
I could say in places that are legal and where it is free, and there's still kind of issues, dodgy. So
you're like, wait, is it really 2025 or like what's
there's
going on?
something beautiful showing up in those spaces in your authentic self. That gives us power. Like being able to go to Jamaica together and show him where I'm from. And even hug on the island, that's powerful in itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you mean.
Absolutely. And a lot of times the laws don't always represent every person in every destination too. Of course that there are places where there might be hesitation or skepticism around queer people, but once you start to have conversations, you realize that we're all human. We all have more things in common than we do our differences. So I think that's why it's so powerful to continue sharing.
And a lot of these places also just need exposure. Like they haven't talked to people. They haven't seen it. They only see what the news or the media reflects. And so my background is my dad's Mexican, my mom's Chinese and Peruvian. So very kind of I don't even know what to say. I guess they're conservative. I hate saying that word, but they're both conservative in their own ways, and they're both traditional in their own ways. And it took me maybe 15 years to break my parents out of this mold of trying to be accepting, and they finally have come around. And I think that if I boycotted them, and doesn't go for everybody, but if I boycotted them and if I completely refuse them or refuse to educate them in ways that, you know, what my life is and who I am and my identity, they would never have the chance to learn. And now they are so like supportive, progressive. Like,
they're allies, true allies.
Like true allies. Like my mom is so cute right now. She's on the right side of TikTok. She's like, she'll send me like little pride flags or like little like even speaking on trans right issues, and I'm like, that's amazing. Like,
who is this person
coming from her?
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, who is this little flower that just bloomed?
Oh, I love that. So y'all have never really felt sort of like a pressure to represent your identities and yourselves in any way, have y'all? So you've always kind of been, I am who I am, unapologetically about that. It seems like with your family, Christine, your mother has come around. Kirstie, I'm not sure if you've also had that same sort of experience, but has that ever been an issue in your journey and in your advocacy work? Like, has there ever been moments where you're a little bit afraid to show all of who you are and show as that one thing, right? I think that's something a lot of our viewers can probably relate to as well, because we've got, you know, these platforms and we've been in it for so long, so we are who we are. But did it take time to get to where y'all are at today?
Yeah, I think it's always scary. Sometimes I feel like even with our platform, if you don't know us, and I'm not going to assume that everyone does, you're always constantly coming out to people and constantly telling them your identity and constantly telling them about what you do, and even our careers have revolved around this line of work. So at times, yeah, it's definitely scary. I would hope that one day we don't have to do that and like out ourselves constantly. But I think for now, it's nice to have this online community and this support, because I think when I was younger, I was so afraid coming out as a femme lesbian, as Latina, as Asian, and I don't even look Asian sometimes. So it's like, I always feel like I have imposter syndrome in some way or shape or form, and I never really fit. And I think it's like about just learning
boxes.
Exactly.
Right?
Just learning about yourself, meeting other people who are like me within this community has helped heal me a lot. So I would say if you are afraid, and you know, it's okay to be afraid, but talk to someone, find an outlet. Our DMs are always open. I'm sure yours are as well. And that's why we have these platforms.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, I'm from, you know, Tennessee, which has a totally different traditional conservative style to it, right? You know, we all know what I'm trying to say there, but there's a lot of a different.
We're picking up what you put down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's getting red.
It's giving a lot of red.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's giving a different kind of macaroni orange, if you know what I'm saying. So, that, you know, where I'm from, you know, it's more traditional, more conservative, a lot more religion is a part of, you know, everyday life. And so I remember growing up, I had no idea I had no exposure to what being queer was, other than you overhearing conversations that it's the worst possible thing that any human could be, right? You know, you overhear these things as a kid growing up. And I was always like, well, good thing that's not me, you know, and I had no understanding of what it meant, because I always associated it with, you know, a negative stereotype or something condescending. So when I was in college, I was, you know, trying to understand who I was, and it was very confusing, very scary. And my college was, I think there was, I mean, a couple thousand people on campus. It was a tiny, tiny school in Tennessee. So I was terrified. I had never been around queer people. I'd never had any exposure to it. And anytime I would try to open up about what that meant for me, people were like, no, it's not possible. Like, it's not you. You're fine. Like, you're just overthinking it. It's a phase. It'll go away. And then when I moved to San Francisco to go to art school, that's where I was first accepted. And I think that was such a liberating moment for me, because I realized in that moment, I had no idea that was an option, that I could be in love with someone and it'd be a same-sex couple, right? I just never knew that was even an option. So for me, at a very early stage of coming out, I always knew that I wanted to be that representation from people in the South. Even if I didn't have a platform or anything, I just knew I wanted to be me, and nobody could ever take that away from me again. So that was something that I was like, I want to always pursue that and always, you know, kind of be that, I guess, role model in a way. And so when we met, it was just kind of a blend of those different backgrounds and experiences where we were like, and then traveling, when we would look up, is it safe for us to hold hands in Indonesia? At that time, 5 years ago, there were no resources, no online articles that people could really refer to, or very few in between. And if they were, they were usually for gay men, right? So that was where we were like, well, let's start something.
So we're like, let's do it.
Yeah, we can do it. And we just completely made it up as we went along, like how to build a platform, how to build a business, how to connect with community. And so ever since then, it's just been expanding, which is something we're just eternally grateful for. So
that's beautiful. So it takes time. Kirstie and Christine doesn't happen. Okay.
Yeah,
you know,
it does.
And we see the hard work that goes into, I mean, I'm like, do they even sleep at night? Okay. Those two ladies, where do they find the time? Sometimes we play a fun game. We're like, where are Kirstie and Christine today? In Hawaii, on an island. No. You know, you never know.
Sometimes we wake
honestly,
up.
Can we manifest that right now? Like,
yeah.
Like, yes.
No, honestly, I'll wake up and I'll be like, where are Kirstie and Christine today? I don't care where I look on my bed.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I think y'all got a little bit of time traveling going on, but y'all have shared some beautiful themes about what it means to, you know, be self-aware of who you are, how you want to present yourself, but also the things that are going on around you.
Yeah.
Right. And then also to have to be the person that you're waiting for. Right. Mm-hmm. So when you're saying there weren't a lot of resources, a lot of things available, sad to say, in 2025, you think somebody else would have picked up the mantle and done it, but y'all stepped into that role and you're doing it and you're killing it. And, you know, we thank y'all for that work. And it's so important.
With that, there's this, a question I really want to ask is, what advice do you have for other couples or just queer individuals who want to advocate, who want to use their voices to make a change, but are afraid, and rightfully so in this political climate? What would you tell people like that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That is a wonderful question. I think it's so important, especially right now, because I think what we're seeing right now is a reoccurring situation where they want to break us down, they want to break our spirit. And I think that as a queer community, we've in certain ways been here before, right? The people that came before us have been fighting for this for generations and generations and generations. So this is, as you said, passing the torch to the next person to carry us on. I have to say that, you know, while it is scary, I think, you know, progress is inevitable, and this is only going to be the catalyst towards more change in the future. I have to believe that, because I think it's only going to bring all of us closer together, because we have no choice in this moment. We have no choice. And so earlier when I was writing my notes down for the trivia question, I wrote down a quote by Harvey Milk, which I actually really enjoyed. It says, you know, I know you cannot live on hope alone, but without it, life is not worth living. And I think that that's something that I really enjoyed, that quote, because right now we have to hold on to hope. We have to hold on to love. We have to hold on to our authenticity, our community, because that's what's going to get us through that. So, anyways.
Come on, take us to church.
I think it's like, also, these lows, they suck, and it's terrible. But I do think, to that point, is it will be a catalyst to something bigger, to something better. You know, if things are so stagnant, people plateau and then they forget that, and then there's no progress being made. So I'm hoping, I think, again, like, it's hope and community. And I know I said that like 1,000 times, but it is so incredibly important. And the bigger we are, the stronger we are, the louder we can be.
Because at the end of the day, we outnumber them, right? And
also, if I were gay, if gay were being a choice, I would still pick it. Okay.
Right. That's right. Let them know, honey. Let them know.
Right. We are the fun side. We're the better community.
Yes. Yes. No, I mean it's like how else would you live life? You know what I'm saying? It's like it comes with a tons of experiences where you just really do have to learn to be self-aware. You have to learn to not only think about yourself, about other people in the room. I think something like our experience and yours forces you to have to be a good person in general.
Yes.
You know, a good person in general. And this is why y'all are doing what you're doing. This is the advocacy work that you're doing. This is why you're using your queer voice, because you believe in just being good, you know? And I think that that's what I love about what we got going on, about Caribbean Island, about the community we're building. So kudos to y'all, ladies. Kudos to
appreciate that. Truly do, because you know, I think in seeing all the comments here, and we appreciate all the love that everyone's been sharing too, and I think that's what is so impactful, because hopefully, you know, we can all stay connected somehow and keep growing. But then also, if you know, I was actually watching a live yesterday, and AOC was talking about, you know, everybody has little ways that they can help, and ways that they can assist each other, even if that's through empathy, even if that's through, you know, connecting with someone you don't know yet online and sending them a message and to say, hey, I have your back, like I'll be your person. That is another form of activism. Like we have to just continue to include each other. But you know, as she said, every little bit counts. Like whatever you can do, it counts. And even if you feel like it's small amounts, that's okay. So I think that, just having these conversations right here is just so amazing. We really, really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you again for inviting us. This is so special, and we feel honored to be here.
Truly, truly. Y'all are so amazing too, by the way. Your energy, everything about y'all, the love. I know. I feel like we've hung out so many times already.
That is the purpose of these things. Okay,
you warm my heart.
Yes. Okay, wait. So let's go to a question from the
let's take
audience.
a question from the audience.
As we wrap up our wonderful conversation with Kirstie and Christine, they've shared some gems with us, haven't they, everybody?
Amazing.
Let me see some gems in the comments. Okay, some gems dropped tonight. Let me see some hearts. Okay. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask us. But we did get a couple of questions out here today. The first one being.
Okay. Someone asked, how do you support each other emotionally while navigating both personal life and activism?
Ooh, okay.
That's a great
Come
one.
on. Yeah. They're giving us the hard ones tonight.
I like it. You know, I think it's important even if, you know, for us, we live together, travel together, we own a business together, we do activism together.
Proper lesbians.
Yeah. we really you all do, like, you know what I mean?
But
I think
we do everything together, so I think it's important to give ourselves time dedicated to what we enjoy and away from some of the activist work, things that personally make us happy. Honestly, probably things that we don't share as much with our audience is, you know, like we wake up at 6:30 in the morning, we go and work out, we watch trash TV to remove ourselves from everything going on.
Like unplug for a little bit.
Exactly.
And it's finding balance. I think, you know, all the things that we do we're so grateful for, because we truly, our passion is the activism work, the political work, the traveling, that we want to be, that's part of who we are and what we love to do. But so is watching 15 hours of Love Island some days. You know what I mean? Like some days I just really love to do that.
And having our rot days.
Yeah. And I think that finding balance with that, and then also finding days for us to go and do our own projects and have that individualism is so important. And it's just, it always takes communication. Right.
And I think it's a great point, because that is what we're doing this year, actually, is trying to focus on different projects that we can do separately and then come together. Also just expanding our business in other outlets, you know, putting eggs in all the baskets.
Together we figure out who we are as a package, but we also grow. We become the best version of ourselves for one another.
For each other.
And we actually did get that question today, which I think is a good because we talked a lot about togetherness, about doing things together, and you're sort of hinting on themes of kind of like, okay, yes, we love each other, but also we need to give each other the space to grow, to become who we are. Do y'all believe in kind of like, you go this way, I go this way, 50-50, you pitch in this much, I pitch in this much? You know, does that work for on airplane mode for Kirstie and Christine?
Yeah, so we get this question actually kind of often, is how do we work together, and just making sure that we have separate responsibilities. As a team, we can't work on two things together. That's just not productive for any of us, and that's exactly how we bicker and fight and all the things. Some things, obviously, it's like a school project.
Right.
If everything's working on that one question, you're not answering all the others, and then you're just wasting time. And for us, it's like, okay, let's find our skills. What are we best at? So I come from a marketing background. I used to work for Heineken and all of these different brands. So I'm very inept in, or better off at doing marketing and strategy and PR.
Brand, you're about the storytelling, like you're making that clear across.
Yes, I'll put the concept together, and then Kirstie's the execute.
Okay.
He's got the eye, the creative eye.
I'm loving this. Like, listen, we're getting an inside look. An inside look.
You're like
into
BTS.
BTS into how it all happened. So I hope everybody who is tuning in and taking notes, okay, on how to make the magic happen. So sorry.
Oh, no, you're okay. You're okay. I was just going to say, even if you're not doing a job as a couple, it's just finding things that you really enjoy doing and finding that accountability to keep yourself going. Because if you don't, follow your why of what makes you so passionate, like for Christine, she's amazing at strategy and marketing, and she's amazing. She's like the analytical, and I come from the creative art background, which that brings me passion. What doesn't bring me passion is the emails and the contacting clients. I'm like, I don't want to do that. She's like, I'll do it. Perfect. And that's how we avoid burnout, right? So while we do the work together, it's also keeping separate things accountable. It works better for both of us. But even if someone's working on a project themselves, it's finding that balance on how to follow that passion, but also keeping responsible. So it's always a work in progress, and I'm sure it's the same for y'all as well.
It is the same. I be wanting to beat him upside the head sometimes. Like, get out of my room, okay? Let me do this, okay? But you're right. It's sort of like figuring out what both of us.
Yeah, you have to play on your strengths.
We play on our strengths, and we cherish each other's skills and strengths, and
because there's a lot of them. I have a lot of skills. I have too many skills.
Too many skills. Okay, he needs to come down with the skills. No, but ladies, it's been so much fun. I know that y'all are taking on the world right now, and y'all are all over the place. And we don't want to take too much of your beauty resting time, okay?
No, you're good. This has been so much fun.
Yes.
Honestly,
so much fun.
What time is it in LA? Like 6?
What time is it in LA right now?
It's almost 7. So it's early.
We still have a long
I still have some time to relax, okay, to grab.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. It's even though it gets dark at like 5 p.m. and it feels late, it's early, so we're good.
Oh, okay. Well, we just got a wonderful comment. So Taz just said we need a monthly series with the 4 of us because we have fabulous chemistry.
Well, they
what
do
a
have a
compliment.
podcast.
Don't make
We're
us blush.
always.
I'm like, you got extra handcuffs. Cuff us up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Are y'all ready to be cuffed up together? Hold on.
We are good hosts.
Wait, ladies, are you ready to be so cuffed up? I love it. No, thank y'all so much. So tonight we have talked about queer voices. We have had Kirstie and Christine out here with us, the beautiful, fabulous couple, inside and out, and we are so excited for your growth and success, for what is to come. We are watching, and so are our friends here tonight, okay, our Islanders, and y'all have walked away from our chat tonight with how many points, ladies?
7 points.
7 points!
The leading couple, the couple to beat.
Couple to beat, okay?
All I'm saying if someone gets 8 points, so we need to get back on here.
Yeah.
And do it.
It's gonna be a group challenge.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Star and
So Star and
Kelsey.
Kelsey, y'all listening?
Okay, Star and Kelsey are coming on. So they have been put on notice. You have been warned, okay?
Right.
No, thank y'all so much for watching.
Thank
and
you.
we cannot wait to do this again, y'all.
No,
Y'all
I
are
appreciate
wonderful.
And
y'all.
in person.
Thank
And
you
in
so much
person.
for joining us
And
on
again,
that.
thank you. Thank you so much to everyone who came along for this journey. This is so much fun. Wait, we should take a selfie.
Oh,
Go ahead.
oh,
Little
Okay,
screenshot.
ready? All right, I'm gonna go for it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
and two. We do the heart for.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Actually, hold on. How do I get rid of the comments?
Wait,
Okay.
wait, we might have to do that one again.
Wait, one more time.
Oh, okay.
I had to move the comments down. Okay, one more time. Ready? 2, 3. Nailed it. Okay,
Cute.
now we can do the
Cute,
heart.
cute.
I did the
And
heart.
heart, yeah.
The heart, yeah.
Okay, 1, 2. Oh, I missed a button.
Oh,
2,
this was-
3.
Yes, yes.
I might have made better hearts with it. That's okay. We did it.
That's why we're the millennials. We gotta do it this way.
It's ours.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
That is,
Oh.
I can't do it. Oh.
or
Oh, yes. That
Oh,
one.
yeah.
This one is nice too. Wait.
how do you do it again? Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
this is nice. All right, y'all. See, we gonna be out here
That
all
was the
night
most millennial
long.
thing we've ever done.
Ladies, love y'all.
Love
Y'all have a
Thank
great
you.
night, and we will see you next time. Okay?
Next time.
Next
Next
time.
time.
Next time.